Hey friends, all right, 8,000 subscribers. Here we are. This is such an exciting moment for me and for everyone that's part of this online community. So in this video, to celebrate, I'm gonna be answering some questions about this channel, and also just sharing a little bit more about myself and the journey when this channel was first started a few years ago, when I was in university and till now. Uh, yeah, let's start off with the first question. What motivated me to start this channel in the first place? Well, I would say there was a lot of different things. First of all, in grade 10 in high school, I took a video editing course. Well, it wasn't specifically video editing, it was called media arts or digital arts. And in this course, we were taught everything. We were taught everything from Photoshop to, video editing, so using Final Cut, and even animations. And our teacher at the time, she actually worked for Rogers News, which is a pretty legit news outlet here in Canada. And so she had a lot of knowledge on the creative element. Like, my high school actually had its own TV channel. Okay, it was called Spirit TV, and I believe every single week, there was an episode that was released. So there was hosts that were basically broadcasting this live. No, I wasn't one of them. I was a really shy kid back then, back in high school, and they would showcase stories that were featured from across the school. And so in our media arts class, if your story was good enough, it would actually be featured on this TV channel. Yeah, it was called Spirit TV, and it was very high production quality. All of our schools had a TV mounted on the side, all of our classes. And so I think that was a really fun highlight of our school. I don't think a lot of schools had that back in the day. And so, yeah, so learning all of these softwares and these programs, that was kind of the start of like the creative element. I built my own first computer around the same time, and I started dabbling in YouTube and started kind of creating some videos. It wasn't until later on in university when I was a part of Toastmasters, and I started editing some videos where where I got my first camera. It was a Sony A6300, and so I just bought this camera off of Kijiji, and one of my managers at the time when I was working as a co-op, he encouraged me. He's like, "Hey, you should get a camera, and you should experiment." He was a big traveler. He was a very, very adventurous person. And so I said, "The camera, what the heck? Like, I know nothing about cameras." And so I just went out there and I bought this camera, and I spent, at the time, it was a lot of money for myself. I think it was over like $1,200. And I'm like, I can't believe I spent that much money on a camera. But yeah, I just started taking videos and photos and really enjoyed it. And so, what motivated me to start this channel was just that creative passion. It was experimentation. It wasn't a strategic goal or somewhere I wanted to be. But yeah, I would say that's basically how things started. Okay. The second question is, how has the channel evolved since the very first upload? The very first upload on this channel is me doing a little bit of a video with some of my dad's professors. He went to the University of Karachi, and so his professor came to Canada, and he was welcoming him. So I did a little bit of a short video there because I thought it was a really cute moment. Um, but also, another one of my videos, it's not listed on my channel. Maybe I should make it public, but it was actually a submission to a nuclear Olympiad from the World Nuclear University. And so in this video, I basically talk about tritium and how it's a future fuel source. And so one of my favorite classes in university was nuclear fusion. We had a professor, his name is Peter Schwanka. He was a very, very, like, just an incredible professor, like, so enthusiastic about what he did. Loved his students, and I just loved that course, like, partially because of the content, nuclear fusion, but also because of him. Like, that personality was just, like, amazing. And so I created a video capturing that. So it was a bit of a interview style slash um, voiceover video. When I look back at it, it's like a slideshow type presentation, nothing crazy. But that was my first video, and so now I would say my videos are a lot more polished. You know, for example, the latest one that I filmed in Argentina, I would say I'm really proud of, and I'm going into Reactor sites. I've been doing podcasts as well, and so the quality in terms of audio, in terms of video, in terms of visuals has all gone up. I've learned a lot since then, and yeah, the passion's still burning pretty strong. Okay, so the next question is, which video unexpectedly performed way better or worse than I thought? Okay, so a video that performed really well for me, and I'm thinking about doing a revision to this video, is Can Do Reactor Explained in 5 minutes. Okay, and so this was just like a challenge that I did. I'm like, hey, can I demystify or simplify a Can Do Reactor in 5 minutes? It was just a fun chat. It was just like a fun video idea that I thought of, and it performed really well. Like people loved it. Um, I would say like I think that's the litmus test of knowing something or knowing a topic really well, is like being able to simplify it within a short period of time in easy words without technical jargon. Okay, and that's what I try my best to do in this video, in these videos here on this channel. So that was a video that performed really well, and I was super surprised. I'm like, damn, like how did that video perform that well? Next question here is, which nuclear site visit completely changed my perspective? Okay, I would say that the nuclear site visit that changed my perspective was probably Argentina, right? I would say visiting the Atucha and Embalse reactor sites was just incredible. I would say seeing a CANDU reactor operating internationally, that was interesting. Seeing all of the lingo in Spanish across the walls. People are super friendly there. Amazing weather, just beautiful nature. And you have this single unit nuclear station just powering along, and I got a chance to even go to the town which all of the managers live inside. It's like a compound, and I was like, wow, like this is such a vibrant community. And so yeah, I think it was the technology, it was the nature, it was the people. That reactor site visit really changed my perspective on nuclear. I'm like, wow. Because it's different seeing, the nuclear sites here in Toronto and Canada. And yeah, we do have beautiful nature here as well, and a very vibrant and robust community. But going to another nation, going to a different country, and seeing the same impact that nuclear is having in a completely different country, in a culture that I've never been exposed to, it was phenomenal. Okay, so next question is, who was the biggest inspiration for me starting this channel? Okay, so the biggest inspiration by far, hands down, is a YouTuber by the name of Ali Abdal. He is a medical doctor and YouTuber, and he really inspired me to start this channel or take it more seriously. The reason why is because Ali Abdal, he's a young guy, started creating videos more seriously during COVID, and he creates videos on productivity, on books. That's kind of how I found him. I just like looked up like, hey, I was just looking at book reviews, and I just came across his channel. And so he captures his life in a really fun way, and he doesn't only talk about the technical or just the technicality behind the medical role, but he makes it fun, right? He makes it engaging. He's a University of Cambridge graduate, and yeah, it was just super cool to see his videos, and those really inspired me. Those inspired me because I wasn't even interested in the field, and I started learning more about it. And I'm like, wow, medical is cool, interesting. Like, he's an interesting personality. He's a person that I want to be more like. Like, I want to read more books. I want to be more productive in my day-to-day life, and both at home and at work. And so watching his videos instilled a sense of value in my life, right? I think that's what YouTube is. It's this creative engine which is free, and people are uploading videos they're creating value, right? They're creating value for society. They're educating, they're informing, they're showcasing people different perspectives on things. And so the power of a collective resource like that, it blew me away. And so the moment I watched his videos, I was like, this changed my life. This improved my life. I want to do the same thing that he did for me. And so I made it my mission to basically create things which are valuable to others, right? And so that's basically my biggest inspiration behind starting a YouTube channel. Okay, so next question is, what's the most rewarding comment or feedback I've received from a viewer? Okay, um, the most rewarding feedback that I've ever received from a viewer is an email that I received from a student who was really struggling in their nuclear engineering program. And they talked to me about how they watch my videos in school, and it's like one of the only things that keeps them motivated to keep continuing. And it was just like a long email, and I was so in awe about, like, wow, that's one person's life that was improved or motivated by watching these videos. And so I don't know, I was just blown away and really, like, I was like, wow, this is all worth it. Just seeing that one video, or just seeing that one email just pop up into my inbox. And later on, I would actually go on to meet him at my workplace. He became an intern, and he scored an internship. And I was like, I met him and I shook his hand. I'm like, dude, thank you so much for that email. Like, I feel like people just sharing how these resources have helped them keeps me motivated, but also just humbles me. I'm like, wow, like, this is it. This is why it's worth it. Okay, what does 8,000 subscribers mean to me personally? Okay, so 8,000 subscribers, I think that's a lot of people. I think a lot of people on YouTube start comparing themselves to others. They're like, hey, I want more subscribers than you. Um, I don't really have that type of mindset, because I feel like uh, quality over quantity, right? Like, if I'm having the right type of subscribers, the right people that are watching these videos and getting value from them, then I'm happy. If you're clicking for the sake of just clicking subscribe, and that subscription means nothing, right? So click subscribe for sure, but the number doesn't necessarily. I'm not fixated on the number too much. I think it's awesome. It's a cool milestone. I think it gives me a good excuse to actually make one of these videos, and just kind of share the journey, how it's going. Next question is, where do I see the channel in 1 year, 5 years? Okay. Initially, when I started this channel, it was just experimenting. So I made videos on productivity, I made videos on self-development, whatever I was interested in. And then I niched into nuclear, because I was like, okay, I'm confident in my ability to speak to a camera. Okay. A lot of people struggle with that. I struggled with that a lot. Like, the camera was just, I'm the type of person, like, I'm the type of public speaker where I feel very comfortable speaking in a large crowd. Like, I love feeding off the energy from that crowd. Like, that gives me energy to speak. But when it came to a camera lens, it just felt so strange and so weird. And so the moment I started YouTube, I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, how can I talk to this camera? And so after like 30 or so videos, 30 to 60 videos, then I was like, okay, I'm comfortable. Like, I can talk to this camera. I can talk with more confidence. Okay, I can look into the lens and make that relationship with that viewer. And so the moment I figured that out, I'm like, okay, boom, I need to go make videos on nuclear, because that's a topic I'm really, really passionate about. And so that's what I started doing. I started making videos on nuclear energy. I made simplification videos, and then after that, I was like, okay, let me try podcasts. Like, I love podcasts. I love meeting people. I love networking. And so I started going to the podcast scene. I think I'm gonna go back to videos which are simplification videos. Um, oh, sorry. Like, while doing podcasts, I was also really fascinated by going inside nuclear facilities. I think that was one of my dreams and goals. I'm like, I need to make vlogs where they're educational, they're interesting, they're informative, We're going inside the facilities themselves. And so for me, that was my next goal. I'm like, okay, I want to do this. And that's what I started doing. First CNL, Chalk River facility exploring. That was like kind of my entry into this. Then I went to Embalse, I went to Atucha, I've been to reactor facilities across Japan, which I still have to make videos about. And so that was a really fun experience, right? Like very unique, very fun. And then yeah, I'm at a point where I've done a lot of podcasts, I've done a lot of reactor vlogs, and I want to go back to making simplification videos because I feel like there was so much demand and so much interest from people. And from the past years, I got a lot of really good footage inside reactor sites. And so now I'm like, okay, I can use this footage to create videos that are even higher production quality. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely going to start doing that. Next is, where do I see the channel in 1 year or 5 years from now? So where I see the channel 1 year from now is more simplification videos, more of a resource about reactor technologies. And so yeah, I think I also want to talk more freely on this platform about some of my journeys in the industry, right? Like talking about that shared knowledge, that shared information. Because yeah, why not? Like I think people love that. I think people love that. People will get a lot of value from it. Okay, so if I could go back and give day one me some advice, what would it be? I would say I wouldn't have much advice to give myself because I feel like I was really passionate. I was really motivated. I would say just keep doing what you're doing, right? Journey before destination. And I keep telling myself that it's the journey that counts, right? It's the journey, it's the steps, and enjoying the journey before you reach the destination. Um, yeah, I would say I've had a lot of opportunities come my way throughout the years. I keep having more and more doors open up for me, and so I would tell myself that yeah, like keep it up, and don't be shy. Um, Actually, one real piece of advice that I would give to myself would be to get a Mac. Okay, so I recently I recently got this bad boy. Okay, and it's a game changer. I'm not a Mac fan. I'm not a Mac person or an iPhone person. I never was. But Mac has been a game changer, guys. Like this thing is such a powerhouse. I would tell myself to get a Mac ASAP because I was editing videos on a Dell XPS for the longest time, and I was that PC fanboy. I'm like, hey, listen, like I love PC and battery life, performance, just everything on a Mac is so much better, and the video editing process is so fluid and so fun. Um, I went back to like it took me back to high school because in high school I started off editing on a Mac, right? Like that's how I started editing and it was super fluid. And I didn't realize that till now, until I upgraded. I recently bought this MacBook Pro, the M4 chip, and it's a beast. Like I was literally on a plane editing this video for 5 hours, okay, 4 or 5 hours. And I looked at the battery and the battery is still going strong. It's like still like 40 or 50% left. I'm like, what the hell? Like how did they design this thing? I'm editing a 4K video and it's just steaming and powering on. So guys, yeah, get a Mac. Like Mac, I would definitely recommend myself to get that. Um, yeah, I would definitely say get that. Okay, so next question is, if resources weren't a limitation, which reactor site would I film at tomorrow? If resources weren't a limitation, which reactor site would I film at tomorrow? Okay, if resources weren't a limitation, I would go to Chernobyl. Okay. And I don't think that's a resources issue. I think it's also more of a site access issue. Uh, I would love to check out Chernobyl and film there. I'm really scared of my like gear becoming contaminated, but I'm sure there's ways around that. It would be Chernobyl. Yeah, I really want to go check out that facility. I want to go check out the control rooms. I want to walk through walk through the accessible areas. Like it would be phenomenal to do that. Another reactor I would love to see are the other can-dos. Like I would love to go to China and check out Shinchan. I would love to go to Walsong and check out the can-dos in Korea. I think those would be a really, really, really fun experience. Um, just going inside and seeing these facilities and meeting the people that work there actually. Uh, what's one thing I want subscribers to take away from my videos beyond just nuclear facts? Beyond nuclear facts, I would say discovery. I would say like engineering, right? Like when I was young, when I was a kid, I didn't know what an engineer was, right? Like I knew what a doctor was, I knew what a lawyer was, because you have all these cool shows um, showing how incredible these careers are. But I would say no one knows what a nuclear engineer is, right? And so when I make these videos, I want to instill a sense of adventure in youth to show them, wow, like these are technologies which have been designed and engineered by humans to support energy infrastructure and support every single thing that we do in our lives, right? When it comes to going on your computer, when it comes to hospitals operating, when it comes to building bridges, like it all requires energy, right? It's the lifeblood of modern day civilization. And so, yeah, I would say that in my videos, I want people to know how insanely cool engineering is, right? Like this discipline has so much to offer. Um, Engineers have so much to offer, right? So I would say that that's definitely yeah. Okay, so how do I research and prepare for a site visit episode? Well, when it comes to site visit episodes, Wikipedia is king. Okay, I go on Wikipedia, I go on Google, I found out some more information. Um, figuring out like what's going on site, right? Like, are we having respirators, which make it very difficult for audio to be heard? So, hey, what equipment can be used? Where can we place microphones potentially, right? Also, like, how far is this place? Or hey, like, do I have to fly out there? Do I have to drive out there? How long is it gonna take to get there? That's another important part of the whole journey. Who's filming this video, right? Like, who's gonna help me with the camera? Um, can they stabilize the camera, maintain it? That's basically how I prepare. So yeah, I think that's basically it. Um, so yeah, I think my um, the last question here is, how has my perspective on nuclear engineering changed since starting this channel? When I started this channel, the nuclear industry was in a decline across the world. Like I remember nuclear sites, like my first job out of university was in decommissioning strategy. Okay. So like how to decommission a nuclear facility. Okay. And I was like, holy cows, we're shutting down our reactors in Canada and all across the states en masse. Like there were so many reactor sites that were being shut down. And so like the industry was on a decline, like across the world, right? Even in Europe, huge amounts of reactor facilities shut down early. In France, it was a very bleak time. And now is just the complete opposite. It is literally a renaissance. I would say countries across the world are restarting those reactors. Like, for example, Palisades is the reactor site in Michigan. And so it's being restarted. It's being revived from the dead almost. Like when I see videos like that, it just blows my mind. I'm like, oh my God, like this, or when I hear news like that, it blows my mind. Um, yeah, I would say I think that's basically uh things that have changed significantly since then, since I started this channel till now. And yeah, I would say that's basically a really nice note that I'd like to end this video off on. Um, Thanks again to all of you for subscribing and featuring, just tuning in onto this into this videos. Um, it really means a lot to me. So I look forward to creating more videos. And if you're interested in hearing, seeing different reactor sites, comment in the comments below. I'll add those to my bucket list. Well, thanks a lot, and hope you take care. Bye. Oops.